What is going on, folks? Welcome back to another video. So today is the 23rd of May. It is a Saturday and I just don't feel like talking today. Fuck. Okay, come on. Why am I laughing? Fuck. I wonder if I'll keep that in. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today is Saturday the 23rd of May. Today's video is going to be a bit different. This is a video I've wanted to make for a while. As uni sort of edged closer to ending, I'm going to be doing a full review of the good things and bad things from my experience at Edinburgh University. Sort of the positives and negatives. I'm not going to be going through it like, you know, my experience and this night out and what happened and so, but I'm going to kind of review more like the education, the experience, and hopefully this helps you guys decide if uni's for you, especially going to the Uni of Edinburgh. But you've got to remember, obviously, I only experienced the one course. My experience could be different to yours based on a few different things, but I'm going to talk about it and hopefully it helps some of you guys. So for those of you that don't know who I am Billy Smith. I just finished 4 years at Edinburgh Uni studying sport and recreation management. During uni I started my own fitness coaching business, which kind of turned into an online coaching business, M.A.D Fitness. That's what I'm doing full time now, straight out of uni. I was doing it at the same time as university, but now I'm just doing that full time. And you know, I kind of knew that I always wanted to go into fitness, and that's why I thought, you know, sport and recreation management could be relatable to it, so that's why I picked the course I did. So I went to uni back in 2016, which is mental to say now because that's 4 years ago. I did move out. I moved into halls. I'm originally from Petticook, moved to Edinburgh because, you know, I wanted that full experience. Everyone I had talked to had said that going to uni and not moving out is, you're missing out on a lot. So I decided, you know what, I'm fortunate enough, I'm in a position, my mum was okay with it for me to move out, so I went for it. And you know, before going to uni, in school, uni is hyped up so much, like so much. And you know, when I went to the open day, and obviously I attended where my course was going to be, and you know, you go to like the colleges and it's so massive and it really entices you in, and you think, right, when I get here, I'm gonna have to put in the work. You know, I'm really gonna have to put in the work, because I'm going to be with all these really smart people, and you know, when I read up on the course, it did sound really interesting. I thought there's a lot in there that could be useful, and that's kind of your initial idea going in, or at least mine was. Just to be clear, I'm actually going to start off with the negatives I experienced with going to uni first, and then go on the positives, because I always like to end on more of a, you know, positive note than a negative note, because I do have a lot of positive things to say, but there are some things from uni that weren't the best. So one thing I always say to people before going to uni is make sure to pick a course that you will actually enjoy, that you're actually interested in, and hopefully will actually get you straight into a job. Because the thing is, there's some uni courses that you have to do to get a job, like law. You can't be a lawyer without studying law. Engineering, medicine, you know, things like that. You finish that, you go into a job. Those are the main ones where you have to go. But there's so many uni courses now that, including my own, that don't really get you straight into a job. But obviously if you get that degree, it should help you get into one. So that's kind of the argument for it. However, what I quickly realized was, within my course, and please remember this is just my opinion, I just felt there was a lot of stuff that really wasn't practically useful. Obviously in first year in that you have to learn some background things, some general things, but even throughout the 4 years I just felt there was a lot of stuff that just wasn't practically useful in the real world. I'm not going to go into specifics, but yeah, like I just found I was like, why, that's not really going to help me when, you know, if you're thinking of like being a sport manager, it's not like you're a manager of like a football team or anything else. It's like you're managing a big sport organization, and some of the stuff I was like, how is this meant to help me do that? Like, where's the practical value in this? And in first and second year, you're made to do outside courses. So I remember in first year I just did, I think it was just Introduction to Business Management 1, and second year I did International Business, something like that. Just because I had done business management in high school, so I figured it'd be an easy one to go into because I kind of already knew the stuff. But I didn't go to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like some of the other options were like sociology and things like that. It's like, I'm not here to do that. And I get that some people will be like, well, you know, you get a chance to learn something new and stuff, but, you know, obviously I'm a Scottish student, so I know, but people are paying fees to come and learn what they want to learn about. The time should be focused on that, at least, like I say, in my opinion. Fortunately for us, that did stop in 3rd and 4th year. When it goes to honours year, it actually counts towards your grades, because in Scotland, like 1st and 2nd year, no matter what grades you get, you basically just need to pass. It doesn't carry over in the 3rd and 4th. 3rd and 4th are what counts. So fortunately, after that, that stopped, which I was really happy about, because like I said, I was like, why am I spending my time learning about something? You could argue that business management and stuff is applicable, but again, when I was in there and learning, I was like, is this actually useful? Like, I don't know, I just didn't find a lot of it useful. But then again, I just want to keep reiterating this, that's just me. Maybe there's a lot of people who agree with me, there's probably some people that don't, but yeah, I just was like, I just don't find this practically useful. But there were obviously some parts of it that definitely you should learn about. Another point is like, even from 1st to 4th year, right, you think, you know, you'd hope that you'd know what a good quality of work is. So like, when you type up an essay and you get it finished and you read through it, by 4th year you should know like, this is a good essay, this will get me probably about this sort of mark. You know, maybe not exactly, but you should kind of have an idea. And I'll be honest, like, I never really knew what was going to get me a good grade or not. Sometimes it was like, whoa, I did way better than I thought I would. And it wasn't a sort of case of like, oh, I think that essay was really, really bad and somehow I got a good grade. It was just like, I don't even know. Like, in some grades I thought, you know what, that was good, that was a good piece of work. Exams as well. It was like, I smashed that exam, like, I know I did, and it would just go terribly. And I know that can happen, but like, sometimes the marking, you were just like, where am I picking marks up from and where is this going wrong? Like, I just didn't have an idea. And just sort of relating that back to what I said before about like making sure to pick a course that either you really enjoy or will actually get you definitely into a job afterwards. Like, the thing is with uni, like I said, nowadays there's so many courses that you can do and a lot of them definitely don't get you straight into a job. You could just go and get experience at a low level working in that field. Do you know what I mean? And then work your way up and you'd get a lot of practical experience for that rather than just sort of learning about it in a classroom but not actually applying it, which was another big issue I sort of had. And it's an issue that I kind of have with education as a whole. Again, maybe just me as an individual, but I know there's a lot of people who feel the same. Eventually, by like 3rd year, maybe even earlier than that, going to lectures was just not, I just didn't learn anything from lectures. Like, realistically, obviously I did learn a few things, that's wrong, but I just didn't learn from lectures. Someone just talking at me, like, my head would just go away, or even when I was so, like, obviously when you had the start of a new year, you always go to class. It's like the first day at school. You have like, you know, you have your pencil case all set up. Obviously I didn't have that, but you want to start it off well. And within like a week, I'm just sitting there like, oh crap, I'm lost again. And I always found myself like not learning too much in lectures. And like when it got to exam time or an essay, it was just, I'm just gonna do the readings, and you know, basically learn it all myself. And also with things like exams, like again, with exams, I've always just felt like you're just cramming this knowledge into your head for a short period of time, you spew it out on that page, and then it's gone. Like, obviously I've probably picked up a few things. I can't even tell you what exams I did like the year before, or what content was in them. I'm not even exaggerating, like I'm like, maybe I get them mixed up, but I just don't really know. And if someone asked me about a certain course, like maybe one module we did, I'll struggle to tell you about it. I would struggle to tell you about it because I'm just like, I generally can't remember the content, like, I don't know. And after 4 years, it shouldn't be like that, you know, I mean, you should have a pretty good idea, but for me anyway, I need to have to apply it to something. And again, a lot of it I just feel like, yeah, I'm gonna remember this, spew out on the page so I can get the pass mark, but am I ever really gonna use it? Now, I do have to say that obviously with some degrees, a lot of degrees actually, you get to go on placements and get that practical experience to apply it, which we did. And we did a placement in 2nd year, I think it was like 6 weeks or something. Unfortunately, it was actually around the time the Beast of the East in Scotland, where the snow just came and hit hard and that kind of knackered it a wee bit, but it still went okay. But even with that, I didn't find like a lot of stuff I learned I was applying. But it was good experience, so it's good that the uni gave me that. I kind of wish there was more of that. And at times the uni would get like guest lecturers in, my course would get guest lecturers in, and they would talk about their own experience because they had experience, you know, working in the field, and it was good to listen to them. And we also did presentations, which were good because you get the chance to speak in front of people. That's obviously very valuable. We did that regularly, so you know, one way or another that would have helped me, and it probably has helped me, you know, do YouTube and create content because I'm comfortable. Just obviously there's no one in front of me, but still just speaking confidently. I stand by, I kind of felt like there wasn't enough actual application really, or at least applying them in essays and stuff. It was just spewing something out on a bit of paper to get it done and out of the way, and then just forget. Now I don't know if this is more of a negative or just a outside sort of point, but if you have a course that was like mine, where, you know, because some courses, like I say, the main course is law engineering, you're in like 5 days a week. Like you are doing a full-time degree, and even though I was doing a full-time degree, you know, I was only probably in like 3 times a week max for a couple hours, nothing crazy. Use your time well to get that practical experience you're looking for. Try and get experience in the field. Try and look at maybe internships during the summer. Get that practical experience, because the degree alone, I believe, will not get you too far. Like, I wanted to be a PT, I wanted to be a coach, so I just started literally in first year going out, getting experience. Like, I got a job in a gym in second year, worked in that, then I started doing a bit of online coaching, and you've got to have that initiative, because I don't think the degree alone will get you as far. It's not like a law degree or something where, you know, like I said, if you've got someone that's in a low, like started off, worked their way up, got all that practical experience within like a sport organization, and you've just got this degree, you need to show that you've actually took it and applied it, especially if the degree doesn't give you as much opportunity to do that. So make sure to go and get that experience. Look for jobs within your field, look for internships, you know, get involved with, if like for me it was, obviously we did sports, so you know, a lot of people in my course, like my girlfriend for example, Sophie, she was the president of the tennis club, and doing things like that. Get that practical experience as much as possible, because that will really help. And obviously it's really good to put on your CV. But I think I'm done with the negatives there. Those are kind of the main points I want to say. But again, it's based on my experience, my opinions. People may not agree with me, that's fine. I'm just trying to talk about what I think. And if you don't agree with that, that's absolutely fine. And if you learn really well from the way education is done and lectures and things like that, that's fine. But you know, I think there is definitely something to be said for, you could have, like a lot of my friends say that, you could just start, you know, at the bottom level of a job, work your way up, then you get the practical experience and the knowledge. But each to their own. Now let's go on to the positives. I will still say, even though it's probably very likely that I will not use much from my course, that uni was one of the best experiences of my life. Hands down, and I'll just say it right now, I would do it all again in a heartbeat, and I will never, ever, ever regret. Not a chance. And I've got a load of reasons why, so let's go through them. So first of all, you get to move out. Like if you're fortunate enough to be in a position, like especially if you're Scottish, you know, you get the loan and everything, you can move out at 18 years old to usually pretty nice halls in a big city. That's crazy when you think about it. I'm 22 now, and I think back when I was 18. I'm just 1 year out of high school. I've just been legally allowed to drink. I was a tit. I was an idiot. I was so immature. I mean, I'm still really immature, but like to be allowed to move out at that age and have that opportunity is great. And it's great for a number of reasons. Like when I moved into the halls, I was so buzzing. Like I wish I could get that feeling back. That feeling of going, the unknown. And you know, fortunately, I had great flatmates: Alex, Raphael, M.A.D, Kristen. Like, it was a great flat. It really was. And we spent a good amount of time together. And when you get a group like that, like I say, I was very fortunate. But again, when you move into the halls, like Freshers Week, Jesus Christ, going out like pretty much the whole week. It's like a holiday in the city, do you know what I mean? And you're just doing all these fresher events and meeting all these new people, making new friends. And if you actually, you know, if you open yourself up to chatting to all these people and even if you, like, I wasn't the most confident person going to uni, but being in that situation made me have to chat to new people, and it was just absolutely fantastic. Like, moving out is, if you can move out, do it. Because, or if you don't move out, try and spend as much time in the city as possible with the new people. Go to the events. Don't miss out on that, because it's absolutely amazing. And you are going out and having a lot of fun, but you also learn to look after yourself. You know, and I'll be the first to say, when I moved out, I was very well looked after. Parents done my washing, you know, meals were cooked for me. I didn't know how to cook properly, really, but I knew that moving out was the easiest way to solve those things, because it forced me to do them. And, you know, finding, even just forcing yourself to find your way around the city and really take responsibility for you. And obviously you're living with people, like, you've got to, you know, make sure you clean and do all those things. And I'll completely admit, like, at first I definitely wasn't the best for that, but these are things you've got to learn. And learning to live on your own and be independent is so important. And if you learn that from a young age, it just brings this real confidence out. Even, like, obviously I've moved back home now, but I feel like if I was moved out, I'd be fine again, do you know? And now I'll talk about the city. Fucking hell, if you're looking to go to Edinburgh University, the city is unreal. Like, I'm from Pennycook, I'm not that far from it. But to live in it and to properly experience it, I absolutely adore Edinburgh, and I will be working my arse off to move back there as soon as possible, and that will be where I live for the rest of my days. That's where I want to be. A little story actually. So I was actually driving through Edinburgh the other day, and you know, the streets are pretty empty, it's dead, and I'm used to seeing it so buzzing, so full of life, because that's what I love. I love being in the city, because that it seems like anything could happen, everything's going on, and just driving through it. Obviously I hadn't properly been there for a while with the whole COVID situation. I got emotional, I did, because I missed it so much, and I didn't like seeing it this empty. I wanted it to be back to the city I loved, and it kind of made me realize how much I loved the city, but also how much I loved uni, because I kind of felt like, oh, I'm not part of this anymore. And that's another thing, like, I felt like I was part of something massive, being part of Edinburgh Uni. You know, I felt something, I felt an attachment. I don't know how that happened. You know, I played for like the football team in first year and stuff, but it was, I don't know, I love it so much, and even now I get a little emotional thinking about it, which is weird, but like, the experiences it gave me, like I was going through it, driving, like when I was driving through, I was like, I could literally, streets, I was just like, I remember when that happened there, I remember that flat, you know, and yeah, I love that city. And if you think about like the clubs, the little bars, the fringe, there's just so much to it. Just going to walk in that city is magic. Like, it's incredible. So like I say, the city is one of the, probably the biggest pluses by a mile. The campus as well. The campus is absolutely stunning. The library's huge. There's plenty of areas. I mean, TV at McEwen Hall, which I'll hopefully get to graduate in, that'll probably be like next year. But yeah, the campus is fantastic. The facilities are great. Even down at Moray House, which was a smaller area for like sports science, sports management, teaching. But even the facilities there were good. I have to say they were good. And I'm just gonna reiterate, like, meeting new people. Like, when I think about the people I've met, I'm so grateful that I did it. Like, you know, I left Pennycook, I had a tight-knit group of friends, that was the only sort of friends I had, and now I've got like so many more, and I've also met like so many more like-minded people like through uni. I mean, like, I met my girlfriend Sophie, we've been together nearly 2 years now. Rory and Martine are two of my absolute best mates, love them to bits. Martine's from Colombia, Rory's from Ayr. Even like Ayr for me was far away. I remember when I went into the first class, and Sophie was from like Northern Ireland, Martine's from Colombia, we had people from all over, and I'm just like, whoa, like, yeah, I'm not in Pennycook anymore. And it really opens your mind a bit more. Harry, Harry was my mate from home, but we got really close during that time. We're now best mates. Ali, Daisy, my flatmates for 2 years in Rankeeler Street. Kira as well. I doubt Kira will be watching this, but Kira was an Irish girl who was friends with us in first year. And all my course mates, like we were a very small course, but we were very tight knit and we spent a lot of time together. I remember I think it was the first class, like just after it, where it was just like someone said, "Do you want to just go to Nando's?" And like everyone just went, and that kind of kicked it off. Norbert, there's too many names. There's too many people I could talk about, and I'm just so fortunate for that. Like so many friends for life. So next main point has to be like the lifestyle, because as I said, the first 2 years don't count, and as long as you pass, you're right. Now you still, they say, I mean it says that, but like if you get into third year and you've been averaging low grades, like it's really hard to pull it up. So you do have to work hard, but you can be a bit more relaxed. And you know, like my course, I had classes maybe like 3 times a week, and you know, you're going out on like a Monday night, a Wednesday night, and having a great time, still going to class like hungover the next day. And you know, you've got student discounts, so everything's cheap. All the nights out are cheap as anything, which they kind of need to be, because at first, especially in first and bit of second year, I was absolutely skint. But yeah, the lifestyle's amazing. Obviously, if you don't take it too far, which to be fair, I think everyone takes it too far in the first, like in the first 6 months, I ended up just out all the time. And obviously I'm a fitness coach, and I ended up in really bad shape. I couldn't get out of my bed for like 1, but I sorted that out. And you're probably going to do that, to be honest. You're probably going to do that because you get so excited with it and you just enjoy it so much. But as long as you sort that out and then you make sure to manage the lifestyle well, you'll be alright. And another thing with the lifestyle for me was that it allowed me to pursue what I wanted to pursue, sort of like outside of uni. Like a lot of degrees, I think you'll find you have enough time to get a job, which is good because you can make some extra money, and you have time to like go and try out different things, different societies, different sports clubs. Like Jesus Christ, there's so many sports clubs, so many societies that you can be part of to meet new people, feel comfortable around them, meet like-minded people. Like you can find someone to relate to and find someone to be close with, like no doubt, if you make the effort. But in terms of like, I wanted to really work hard to get myself in the fitness industry while studying this degree, and the time outside it I could work on like trying to get decent at social media, trying to, you know, I got a job in the studio. I was working there a lot whilst managing the degree. Then doing my online coaching, learning how to do that, training a lot. Like, oh, the gym facility, the Pleasance gym at Edinburgh is amazing. Like, I remember in the open day, one of the main things I wanted to see was the gym, and that pretty much decided that I wanted to go to that uni, because it's amazing, and plenty of time to train and focus on that and learn. Yeah, like you have time to focus on other things, and you can make it really useful. Like I say, building up that practical experience with that degree can really, you know, it really is something great to combine. And the last point is probably SAS. Like, and I know a lot of people are gonna laugh at that, but you know, SAS is great because we're very fortunate as Scottish students. SAS is the loan agency, to be able to get our tuition fees taken care of by them, and then we can get a loan, or we don't have to, but we can take a loan, and they even offer grants to certain people. You know, it's brilliant, the fact that our country really looks after the young people and wants to give them as much opportunity to succeed as possible. Like, think about that. Like, people are paying thousands upon thousands of pounds, no, just thousands of whatever currency to go to different unis, and we get our tuition fees taken care of, and we can take an optional loan. Like, I don't think that gets appreciated enough within Scotland. Like, that is ridiculous, and it's amazing. It's such a great opportunity. And I mean, if you're in a worse off situation, you know, from your background or whatever, SAS helps you even more, you know, and they really make sure to, I guess, dish out appropriately to each person, which again is amazing when you actually think about it. And that's actually sort of flashed up a story in my head. Like, in terms of getting into uni, like I don't really know how it happened, but And that's actually flashed up a little story of me getting into uni. Like, when I was applying for unis, and I saw that I wanted to do sports management, you needed Nat 5 maths, which is like, I don't know what that is for other places, but National 5 maths. It's the one just before like hires, which I think is like A levels for some people. I don't know. Basically, I needed this, and I didn't have it. I didn't have it, and there was this initiative. This initiative. Maybe it was set up by the government. I'm not sure, or the council. I really don't know. But it was basically to help people who are in disadvantaged positions get into uni. And this woman came in and interviewed me. And it was like, if you're the first in your family to go to university, if you're a young carer, if maybe, I think it's like, maybe depending on your income, it's kind of like an extra thing to help you get in because of being understanding of your situation. And, you know, another thing I mentioned was that when I was meant to be taking my National 5 exams, like, not too far before that, that's when my dad died. And obviously that had a big effect on me, and she took that into consideration. And that initiative got me into uni. If I just applied on my own, I would never got in. I wouldn't be making this video. I would never have experienced what I experienced. So the initiatives and like that can help young Scottish people get into uni is fantastic. Like, they really give you a great opportunity. You still have to earn it. I still had the grades. I just didn't have that one. I had all the hires. I just didn't have that one. And like I said, I would be saying it if that didn't happen. So, you know, there's plenty of opportunity, and God, what would have happened if I didn't go, you know? Like, it's crazy to think about. Well, I've definitely rambled on loads and loads, but you know, it's my video. Fuck it, hopefully it helps some people. Again, one of the best experiences of my life. Always will be. So far, probably the best experience. I'm so grateful for everything it has gave me. And even if I don't use that degree, this wouldn't have, like, M.A.D wouldn't have started without it. I would never have the confidence. The people I've met, like, I just can't wear it. The people I've met, like, oh my God. And the experiences, like, they're all in my head, and I would talk you through them all, but there's just so many. Like, that's what I mean, there's so many memories, and I'm so grateful for every single one of them. It's made me a better person, it's made me a more confident person, it's made me someone I'm happy to be, and I really know who I am, and I really know who my true friends are. And yeah, I just, if you can go, like I say, pick a course that you're really interested in. But you know, it did get to a point for me where the actual course, I didn't really enjoy it, and I probably could have dropped out on just that stance alone. But I loved the lifestyle, the people, the experience too much, and I knew how beneficial that outside experience was for me. So if you can, I'd highly recommend you go. Move out, go, experience it. Make the mistakes you need to make, because you'll make mistakes too. I made plenty, but you learn from them and you become a better person. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one.